everybody, it's Claire here from Sewn by Claire, and today I've got a bit of a special announcement for you, and that's to do with Cashmerette patterns. Now, if you watch my May update, then you'll have seen that I was approached by Cashmerette in order to be a bit of an ambassador for their brand, and part of that is that I get a bit of a special deal if they have any offers on. And so at the moment and until Monday the 19th of June 2023, Cashmerette have got a discount, 25% discount, quarter off, that's huge, off their All Access Club that they offer, and within the club you get a free pattern every month that is exclusive to club members, and then also they do the releases for the other patterns that they have through the year that are open, generally available. In addition to getting your club access and your free pattern, you also get, I believe it's the Stanton hoodie pattern as well, free of charge for part of your membership. But if you use my code that they've given me, which I'm thrilled about, and fabulous to be able to offer this to you all, if you decide that you want to sign up for Cashmerette All Access, then you would also be able to choose a free pattern from their main range of patterns, and you would get that free of charge. I mean, their patterns are between what, 10, 15, 25 pounds a pattern. So if you chose one that you've perhaps seen me wearing and that you know that I've used before, then obviously you'll be able to enjoy that pattern forever once that's all done. So I just wanted to let you know about that, because not only have I made several of the Cashmerette patterns anyway, including the Upton. So this is the Upton dress, let me just show you that one. So that's the Cashmerette Upton. This is the darted bodice, and then I bought the expansion pack as well, which is another cost, but it is an investment, but it's been a huge investment, and I've really liked this pattern. And the expansion pack gives you a princess seamed bodice, which is the one that I've got on here now, but it also gives you sleeve options. So I've got the short sleeve here. You'll have seen me in a blue and white dress as well. If not, have a look on my channel with tied sleeves, and I've got another one as well. I've got a sleeveless as well, and I've done the sleeveless one as well. So you know, you can use this pattern so many times. If I put the dress on one after another, I think you would be hard pressed to say they're definitely from the same pattern. Obviously it just depends, but it just shows you the adaptability, and I've used them in soft floaty fabric. This is a stiffer fabric, more like it's not quite an African wax print, but it's not far off that wax print cotton, and I've also used quilting cotton to great effect for the Upton here as well. So that might be one that whets your appetite, or you might have seen me in the Rivermont. So this is a stretch fabric pattern. So this one I made in a scuba jersey, and it's got these, I made it with long sleeves, it's got a darted bodice, and then it has pockets. And in actual fact, if I just stand up, I actually borrowed the pockets from that dress to put into this dress, because I liked the way that they were cut on the side, on the slant, rather than in the inseam, as I don't like. I think the inseam for me adds a bit too much bulk, whereas these just sit beautifully, and then I can use those pockets in there. So I've adapted that pattern onto those pockets. So I think I just want to tempt you really to have a look. I mean, these are the patterns that are readily available, and these are the ones that I've just got at the moment. There's a whole host of other ones. There's some lovely flowy trousers as well. There's also a Canton motorbike jacket, which has got the lovely big revers and all the zips. So there's lots there to whet your appetite. This is one that's on my list to make as well, which I've not made yet, and this is the Lennox shirt dress. And I think that's going to look amazing in a linen fabric when I get round to making that. So in the future there will be a sew along with this, because I shall make this and do a sew along about that too. There's already a sew along for the sleeveless Upton on my website, on my YouTube channel, and also the Rivermont as well, the scuba one that I made. I've done a sew along with that one. I've since made that in brown ponte and also in a purple ponte, and the purple ponte dress I wore on Christmas Day and felt fabulous in it. It was so comfortable. It's like secret pajamas, honestly. It really is just so comfortable. So these are some of the patterns that you could choose if you wanted to choose as your free pattern, and you would know then that apart from the Lennox, which will be coming soon, for the Upton and for the Rivermont, there's already sew-alongs on my channel for those, but the Lennox will be coming. The other thing is that when you join on All Access as well, you can pay monthly to join that as well, and you can stop and start it as you want. But if you pay and go in at the All Access level, then you get access to the past copies of the patterns that have been available before. So that's just going to be an increasing amount of patterns that you have. Jenny Rushmore, who's the owner and designer behind Cashmerette Patterns, also runs fit masterclasses as well that you can be involved in. And then she has regular blog posts as well about how you can either adapt the patterns or fitting issues, or just things how to grade between sizes I've seen. And then she has blog posts then on a sew along if you want to do that, but it's more of a blog sew along than it is, I believe, a video one. But you can sign up for masterclasses, and you can sign up for extra sew along videos directly from Jenny as well if you want a bit more of a professional tutor rather than me and my self-taught, but hopefully you think I get a good result, but my self-taught skills instead. So it just depends on what you like. There's plenty there to do. There's also a clubhouse that's available as part of your membership too, where the other sewists go online and discuss some of the patterns, some of the alterations they've made, and then you can get inspired by them, or you can ask your own questions as well. So all of that's included within the All Access that you will get, and I've actually got access to that this year, and I will be using some of those patterns then to sew along as well. So I had a look at the back patterns. There are a few that caught my eye. So one of them that caught my eye was the Hampton dress. Now the Hampton dress, I'll pop a picture up here for you of that. That's a really lovely straight style button fronted with pockets, patch pockets, summer dress with lovely scoop neckline, which I think is flattering for a lot of people, and so I'm going to be making that at some stage because I have got that one here. Let me just get the right pieces. Then I've also then been online and I've bought what's called the Hollyoak dress as well, because the Hampton and the Hollyoak, you can mix and match between those two features. So the Hampton's got sleeves, the Hollyoak is sleeveless, and then the Hollyoak has a flared button through skirt, whereas the Hampton doesn't. So again, with these two dresses, you can mix and match those patterns. So I did actually go online and I treated myself to the Hollyoak pattern. These aren't the same as these, because these I've downloaded for myself and I've had them printed out at A0 size. That's a really big printing size. So if like me, I've done some patterns where I've downloaded them and printed them off and then used them, tape them together. But I find those quite difficult to store. Whereas when these are printed out as an A0 size pattern, let me just see if I can get this for you. You do get several pages to a pattern, but then I can just trace these pattern pieces off, and this, because it's just one single sheet of paper, folds really quite nicely for me, and I can store that like that, and I just write on the corner what it is, the sizes, and then I can go straight to it when I need it. So that's the Hollyoak that I've printed off, so there will be doing a sew along for that one. So that's one for the Hampton and one for the Hollyoak, and you know, if you watch me anyway, you know dresses are my favourite. So I've got those printed out already. The other thing that is one of the club patterns, I believe, because I've printed all these off at the same time, is the Willowdale bra. Whoops, dropped it. I'll pick that up later. Is the Willowdale bra, and I have got some bra making supplies that I picked up when I was in the UK. So I have had a go before with the Emerald Erin pattern for the Black Beauty bra, but I didn't quite like the fit of that, so I'm going to try with the Willowdale and see how that goes. And so at some stage, if I get that sorted, there'll probably be a sew along for that as well. Do like to bring you along and show you my journey. The other club pattern that I've chosen is the Elmwood skirt, and this is a straight pencil skirt with pockets in as well, and it's a really smart so it's a faced waistband, I believe, on there, not a high waistband, but it's a really nice fit on there on all of the pictures, and does accommodate curves very nicely. And whilst I don't necessarily need smart formal wear, say like for office wear. I think the Elmwood skirt would be fabulous in an office setting, again in a ponte or a scuba perhaps, maybe. It is for a woven fabric, but you might be able to get away with it if there's not too much stretch within the fabric. Maybe not the ponte, so scrap that I said that, but definitely the scuba if you got one with minimal stretch. But also I think that could look really nice in a stretched denim as well, or in a corduroy or a velvet for winter. And so I'm going to put that on my winter plans just to have a look at doing that. So I popped a picture up for you to have a look at the Elmwood skirt so you could see that one, but I've got the pattern printed off. That's a club pattern, so that's exclusive to club members, and if you joined you'd be able to get access to that. So that's that one. I've got the Hampton dress as well, and then the other one that I've printed off as well and bought is the Turner dress. Now the Turner dress is for a stretch fabric, perfect for a ponte fabric. It's a bit like a skater style dress. I'll pop a picture up here for you. And I think that that could be a really good beginner pattern for coming along to Cashmerette, because as we know, stretch fabrics is a little bit more forgiving and a little bit less fitted than a woven fabric. But the Turner dress is really lovely. It's got some really nice classic styling. I could see that made up in a whole raft of different fabrics. I think you could make a fuller skirt or a slightly narrower skirt just by folding out some of the fullness if you wanted to on the pattern, and I think that would look really nice. And with the cup sizes on all of these patterns as well, then that actually does make fitting so much easier for everybody as well, because you can take your measurements, pop that into the Cashmerette size calculator, and that will tell you exactly which size to make. And to be honest, it's so accurate. Honestly, it's really is worth knowing about and using. So the Turner dress will be coming soon. Again, I think that'll be more towards the autumn, because it's a bit hot in Spain at the moment, which is where I live, to have a knitted a long sleeve dress at the moment. We're all into trying to show off a bit of skin and trying to get a bit of air to our skin, but that will be another good one, and I think that would be a really good beginner video for introduction to a overlocker machine, because that can be sewn by overlocker. It can also be sewn on a domestic sewing machine, so don't worry if you've not got an overlocker, you can sew it on a, keep pointing to it as if you can see it, but you can't, can you? Sorry, I'll pop that down. And so it's really good for that, but also then I will be using my cover stitch in order to finish off the hems on the sleeves and also on the skirt, and so that's a bit of an introduction to that if you've not seen that. But also there is a video on my channel as well for how to set up a domestic machine for a twin needle if you wanted to use your domestic machine to do a twin needle finish on the bottom of that skirt. So I know I'm super excited, but I just don't want people to miss out on this, the offer that is available. So if you go through directly, just through to Cashmerette directly, you won't get access to the free pattern that you will get access to from the general range. That's only if you use my code. So I'll put my code back up on here for you with the link, and I'll pop a link in the description below so that you can go directly to it should you wish, and then you'll need to follow those instructions to do that. You have to go onto my link first and add that into your cart, then you go onto the Cashmerette Club, and then you add the Cashmerette All Access Club into your cart as well. The discount will be applied automatically, and once that's gone through, then you'll get your discount code that you can use then against any of the Cashmerette patterns, non-club patterns that are available, and you'll be able to get that and get that printed out for you. So yeah, really exciting. There's lots more Cashmerette to come from me. As I say, they do fit my curvy shape really well, and I hope that they'll fit yours too, and I hope that you'll find them a real refreshing experience for your sewing. If you've been using the big four patterns and you've had to make a whole host of alterations in order to get the patterns to fit your curves, then I'm going to suggest that you give Cashmerette a try and just see, and hopefully one of my sew alongs is going to appeal to you and you'll join in there. But as I say, this offer is only available until Monday the 19th. Thank you to Cashmerette for giving me my code and for letting me be an affiliate for them, an ambassador for their patterns, because as I say, I've just found them to be amazing so far. So that's it from me now. Hope you have a great day, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to be a subscriber to my channel, I'd really appreciate that. And then as the time goes on, if I do get access to any more offers like this that just elevate and just give you a little bit more than you can get just from the general public, then it's worth knowing about. So hit the subscribe button if you'd like to, and then the notification bell will let you know when I upload any new videos. And as you can tell, there's lots more to come. So have a great day, everybody. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.